Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Podcast. We're missing Sneaky today. He lost power, along with
Boom.
everyone here except for me at some point last night.
You didn't lose power?
No, I was the only one, and I
Oh,
always lose
you
power.
lucky devil.
Damn,
You
dude.
lucky
Yeah.
devil.
That win just, dude, took it right out, man.
My in-laws
Like-
still don't have it. The two
Dang.
power poles in their neighborhood are down, and when we went over to just see what was going on, their whole cul-de-sac is full of IPL trucks.
Ooh, ouch. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully they get it figured out then, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We were out
I-
for about 13 hours.
Yeah,
ouch.
it's crazy.
That sucks.
I mean,
My
there's
parents
been
were
those
too. They were out
times-
most of the day.
Yeah, there was times where none of you guys lost power, and I'd lose power for like 12 hours. So
Yeah.
they also did just come and do like our whole street. They cut all the trees back away from the power lines.
There you
Lucky.
go, man.
So
We don't even have that many. I don't get it. I think a transformer blew. I don't know.
But yeah, crazy storm.
Yeah.
Wild,
so we'll miss
wild
Sneaky.
kind of stuff. Crazier than the conference finals has been in the NBA, which has been not that crazy. Except
No.
for the game tonight was very good.
They've,
Uh,
they've had some really good games.
they've had-
There's
yeah.
been, and it just, like, this game was good. Game 2 was fantastic in the Western Conference Finals. And so was game 1. I mean, all the games have been great games.
The games, that's true. The games have been
Yes.
good. Just the series.
You have two bona fide closers over there on one squad.
Apparently.
Yeah, now, I mean, Eastern Conference, yeah, I mean, the games have been a little more lopsided, but game 1 did go to overtime.
Yeah.
That was probably Indiana's best chance at
Yeah, I was about to say,
sealing
it
the
felt like
series.
when Indiana didn't get game one, that like, man, that was it. Like you had that in your hand, like grasp. You had it right there.
Yeah,
If you could
it
have gotten it, then maybe you have a chance in this thing. But not getting that,
feels bad that they didn't get that game.
it feels.
I,
bad. Yeah,
Really think that they desperately needed that game.
yeah. And then when they didn't get game two, I mean, I get it. You lose two games starting off on the road. It's not the end of the world, but it's tough.
Well, what were
Yeah.
they up? Was that yesterday? They were up like 28, or was it only 18? The Pacers.
Or I didn't see.
They were up a lot,
June three.
and the
Oh, yeah,
Celtics
they
came
were.
back.
I did not see.
Because I was like, oh, good. The Pacers are going to get one here. And then, boom.
Make it a series.
Next time I looked, the game was over and the Celtics had won. And I was like, what?
That's really got to be
You're
a
right.
killer then. That's just.
That brings the morale down quite a bit, I think.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, it,
blown opportunities.
it really did. I think I put the topics out of order here because we should just go to straight to the
you
finals
go. You're
thing.
good.
I mean, it's all
Because-
good. I mean, the Mavs. I mean, the one thing I really want to complain about is like, I just don't understand how many times they are going to allow Rudy Gobert to get absolutely dunked on. Like they're just alley ooping this shit right over Rudy Gobert almost every fucking time they get an opportunity.
It was,
And the Wolves are just like perfectly content letting it happen. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna leave Rudy
After
Gobert in
this
there
just-
to fucking clog up this lane and do nothing.
what
He's done
I mean.
nothing. Rudy has done nothing in this series. Like,
What happened?
what the
Rudy,
fuck?
where'd you go?
You were like a 4-time defensive player of the year.
What
Where'd you
was it that Doncic said to him? Motherfucker, you can't guard me after that
He didn't.
three-pointer?
He did not say that. He was speaking Slovenian.
Oh, was he?
That's all he said. He goes, "That's not what I said. What I said was Slovenian."
Sure, that's a
Yeah,
good. Hey,
sure.
that is a great cover, man. Just like that's an all-time cover.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was speaking something. You guys wouldn't know that. And then the press over in where is he? Slovakia, right? Right? Are probably like, that's not what happened. He didn't say shit in Slovenian or what the fuck. Like,
I want to put it out there. Tim, go ahead and put up the graphic. Breaking news: Luka Doncic is a fucking liar, according to this Slavic nation, according to Sam.
yeah, he is. He's a liar.
Yeah, fuck you, you fucking liar. You're absolutely demolishing them.
Him and Kyrie putting up.
Yeah, they're just too much. They're too much.
Twin 33 points.
Yeah, I think
and really closing up, man. That was a great game.
Too much at the end.
Then it had, like at a minute and a half, it was like a 2-point game, and then all of a sudden the fucking Mavericks just hit.
Yeah, they got 2 bona fide closers out there who were just.
Yeah, dude, Kyrie was hitting them. Kyrie was on tonight, and so was Luka. Like in the fourth quarter, Kyrie was just. I mean, it felt like when he hit. They're at the end. Well, I don't know if he's not the one that hit that corner 3. Shit, who is it?
Yeah, I can't.
Probably Derek Jones. Anyways, once they went up by like 6, there with like a little over a minute left, you're like, it's done.
Yeah, it really felt like once they got to that, once they hit the free throw, I think it was to make it 7. I was like, yeah, now that, or when it got to 8 points, I was like,
then definitely now, for sure.
Yeah, it was at that. Then you're like, okay, now it's not even 2 possessions, like at best case scenario.
It is.
So, yeah, they defensively, the Mavericks have surprised me. I did not. This is not what I
think they had that in them, dude. I didn't think so either. Luka has been surprisingly good on defense.
That's where Dallas has really impressed me there, and obviously the inside game. Like, what the fuck is? I just don't understand when they're going to take Rudy Gobert out of the game. Like, like
I mean,
when,
dude,
he's bad. He's been bad.
Just not 0.
He can
tonight. 0 blocks.
Rudy did nothing. He did nothing at all that benefited them. Like, it was horrible. He's been awful defensively, and I'm sure that he would say the same. Like, he has standards, and he's not. He can't be playing up to them. There's no way he can be meeting his standards unless they are incredibly low standards. So
then this takes us to what? How do you think they match up against the Celtics?
No, dude. I mean, the Celtics seem like a fucking super team, right? Like, if they get healthy, because like the Celtics are doing this, and like they don't even have Porzingis back yet, do they? He didn't play Game 3, I don't think. Like, at this point, they're just like, we're gonna hold Porzingis back for the finals, probably. And then you're talking about a starting lineup of Drew Holiday, fucking Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Kristaps Porzingis. That's a starting lineup of this Boston Celtics team. With, so it's just like, do you feel good about anybody going up against them? But I think the Celtics win it unless they lose. Like, I think if the Celtics have to get their own way to lose it. But Kyrie Irving and Luka are great. They're freaking phenomenal. I don't know.
But I mean, dude, the backcourt of everybody's arguing this week. Everybody that are Kyrie and Luka the best backcourt ever. Like, it's kind of Clay and Steph, right? It's kind of tough, and
playing Steph.
But it's tough. But they're very good.
They're very, very good. They really are. But Clay and Steph, right? Like, I mean.
Yeah, obviously, you guys haven't even won a championship together, so you can't. You can't even be in the top 3 if you haven't.
With LeBron being a point forward, do you go ahead and consider LeBron and D Wade and LeBron and maybe Kyrie?
I don't think anybody does. No.
It's a point forward, I mean, it just.
That's not okay. They seem. I mean, the Mavs right now seem like they could. I mean, they could take on.
They're hot.
I don't.
Hey, the only time the Mavericks won a championship, it was taking down a super team.
And it feels like they have had the tougher road.
That means they were a little more worn out, right?
Than the Celtics, who just had a bunch of beat up teams, and the Pacers,
who've gone through all the beat up teams. The Pacers have not played a team at full strength. Like, think about it. They got the Giannis Antetokounmpo-less Bucks, and with Dame Lillard also hobbled. Then they got the Knicks, and God knows all of their injuries.
So,
in the second round, and then even in this round, there's not even Kristaps Porzingis isn't even there, and they're still
They
not
need-
doing it.
So, all right. So the Celtics just haven't had like the toughest challenge yet, but they have come up against each team and won pretty handedly.
I mean,
So-
they might just be a little more fresh going into it.
That maybe. The Mavs though a little more tested. I know the Timberwolves aren't like a great team, but the Timberwolves took down the fucking Nuggets on the road.
I thought that
Game 7.
the Timberwolves are a good team. They just,
So
I think they're a little shorthanded. Like, obviously, they need more than what they've got.
more from
You've
Well,
got to
yeah,
make some
that's what
upgrades in
we
the
did.
offseason. You're not a team that's going to get, like Anthony Edwards is obviously going to get better, but like you got to really evaluate your team. Like who on that team really is going to continue getting better along with Anthony Edwards. Like I love a Jaden McDaniels, and I don't think you move off of him. I think he's a nice solid piece, but I mean, like
I don't know if you need everybody
Rudy-
necessarily to get better. Some of those guys you just need to stay playing at that level that they
yeah,
are.
but I mean, Karl Anthony
Right.
Towns, you expect more from. Karl Anthony
Sure.
Towns in this series has
in
pretty
this
been pretty bad.
series, you expect
He was
more.
great in Game 7 of the previous series, and he was great in other games against Denver. I'm not saying Karl Anthony Towns deserves to get. I'm really more upset with Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously, I do think throughout the regular season you need his body,
If
but I think
if
you
he
might have to
can-
move off him.
If he cannot, well, I mean, but if he can keep playing to this level and then not have a series like this, you don't need him to get better necessarily.
Yeah, but
Maybe
he's getting.
Cat,
Rudy Gobert's getting fucking worked by Gabbard and fucking Lively, or Gafford and Lively. Right, like he's getting worked by him in this series.
not his best series.
Last series he got just absolutely worked.
He did better last series.
Jokic owned him last series. He
Sure.
he was good off the block and off the help. Karl Anthony Towns was able to play well against Jokic in the last series
Well,
and
Not
limit to
many-
him. What's that?
not many people do.
I'm just
play well
saying
against-
they played a better. It might have been because you did have Gobert as a help defender in those situations. That does help. But in Game 2 of the Denver series, they played their best defensive game, and that was without Rudy Gobert because his child was born, so he missed Game 2, and that was the game where they held Jokic to the worst shooting performance of the series.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Fine. All right.
Like
Okay.
statistically,
Four-time defensive player of the year. You don't need him. Whatever. Get him out of here.
he's fucking terrible in this series. He's been terrible in this postseason 2 out of 3 rounds. No, I don't think you need him. The Jazz didn't need him, and he had won 3 of those Defensive Player of the Years for them.
How have the Jazz done? Where are they at? Where are the Jazz?
They're in a rebuild. They're getting ready to become the next Oklahoma City Thunder because of all the
right.
fucking draft picks they got for Rudy
Okay.
Gobert.
Well, then you can say I told you so next year when it's the Jazz and OKC in the conference finals.
I hope it's not because I like the Timberwolves more. I just don't like Rudy Gobert right now.
Okay, anything else you got? Okay. That's not even the question. It was
I answered that
you want the
question.
Mavs versus Celtics. That's what it's going to be. Mavs
already
versus Celtics.
I
What do
don't
you got?
think I think you look at it and it has potential to be a very lopsided series, but I also thought that going into this series, I haven't really-
Lopsided for Boston.
on paper it should be. I mean, their roster, they're a deeper team. It's going to
Maybe
come down to
if
which
Luka
coach is better
wins, though.
and which superstars are better.
Hey,
This
if
is not going to
Luka
be a
wins-
team like you're talking of starting 5 that is like an Olympic starting
Aren't-
5.
Aren't you
Yeah.
Mr. Boston always chokes? Boston chokes. The Celtics chokes.
I said that. Boston. I have also said this whole time the thing that is going to get in Boston's way is the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
So if they don't, that's what I'm saying. On paper, the Boston Celtics should be favored in this series. Do I think that they're going to win the series? Probably, because I think that. But I've been wrong every series about the Mavericks. Every series I've been wrong. So, am I going to sit here and say that I'm going to be right? Yes, I'm going to be right. The Boston Celtics are going to win this series. Like, I think they're going to win it in 5 games.
I think the Mavs are going to win. Ooh.
Ooh, the drama! The drama!
I just
No, the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be the first team in NBA history to overcome a
back.
0-3 deficit and make the NBA Finals, and they're
Now,
going to lose
that
to the
would be
Boston
something
Celtics
I
in
would-
4.
I would to lose to the Celtics and then get swept.
Then they'll get their asses swept right on out.
Man, it'd be cool.
Would be cool.
I'm cheering for it too. Like
Of course, that'd be so fucking cool to see
I'm cheering
history
for the
made.
Pacers I'm cheering for the Pacers and the Timberwolves to both
2 Game 7s, bring it on.
where the teams come back down from 3-0.
Dude, that'd be wonderful, right?
And
That'd
they
be
go
lovely.
meet each other in the finals. That'd be sweet.
Ooh, not gonna happen at all. That's not gonna
No,
happen.
because it's never happened. It's never happened. once
Never
in a
happened,
fucking
and it's
time.
not gonna happen this year ever.
They've played a lot of basketball for a long time, and it's never happened. Now I know they used to have only 5-game series way back when.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you can even go to like other sports and where it's only happened like one time. Like, and baseball hasn't happened one time.
It happened. Yeah, the only time I can think was the Red Sox.
The Red Sox,
and the Yankees,
yeah, they've
right?
been doing it,
Right
and then I can
first.
think in hockey it's happened
Eventually.
once. I think maybe it's happened in hockey.
Yeah, I think it's happened a couple times in hockey.
Has
I
it?
think
Okay.
I think hockey, it's like a little more common for teams to come back down, like not necessarily 3-0, but 3-1. You know, like it
No,
happens
yeah. I
in
mean, I'm not
hockey.
talking 3-1. I'm talking 3.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's on 3-1. I mean, but basketball it hasn't. Like even 3-1 had like never been done in the finals until LeBron did it,
True.
right?
Yeah,
Like
that is
that's the one time in the finals a team's ever come back 3-1, and it hasn't happened that many times in the playoffs either. Like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's not a big thing. Unless you're playing against the Clippers, then you're going to come back when you're down 3-1. Or against Doc Rivers.
Oh, you did it. You.
I think like almost every time it's ever happened has been on Doc Rivers.
Take that, Doc.
Yeah, Doc.
Got him.
Got him.
Sit your ass on the couch. Haha. Wait, that's what we do. And
Yeah.
we watch the game, yeah, all the time.
And we get paid no money for it.
No.
I don't get it.
Go. Okay,
Maybe
so
we
Doc's
should.
winning. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
All
But
right.
anyway, I think we covered that.
Okay, so you Celtics, how many games in the finals?
5.
5? You think 5?
6. 5 to 6. But all competitive games. I'm going to say they're all competitive games.
I'm gonna take Mavs in 6. I'm gonna take Mavs in 6.
Tim?
Timmy?
I want the Mavs to win. I really don't believe in the Celtics,
Yeah.
but
You
they've
see
played
Patty
so well.
Mahomes and
did.
Travis Kelce sitting courtside.
And Xavier Worthy.
'Cause they're
Oh, was he
big.
there too?
Oh, Patty's
Yeah,
a
okay.
big Mavs fan.
He got
Xavier
hurt.
was right there.
He's hurt right now.
Xavier?
Yeah.
He didn't look like he was hurt.
Nah, it is a small hammy.
I'd say he's being held out for precaution. Did you see Kadarius Toney's hurt, guys?
No.
Yeah, guys, breaking news. Kadarius Toney missed some days of OTA with injury.
No.
I
Surprising.
didn't expect it to happen. I never expected it to happen. But it did.
I never
obviously.
expected him to miss more time with us because I thought he'd be cut by now. But
I don't get how he's not.
because it doesn't really do anything. So I get
Yeah.
it gets us a roster spot is what happens if we cut him. It gets us a roster spot. Doesn't save us any money.
I'll take the roster spot.
So
Yeah.
I know. Like if the Broncos were willing to cut ways with Russell Wilson for that huge of a cap hit, you think we'd part ways with Kadarius for like a $2 million cap hit?
We have to be trying to use him as a kick returner. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's it. And I think that's not a bad idea. Like, I think he could be, he's got some great athleticism. He could be
Yeah.
utilized that way. How did we get to the Chiefs when we were talking about basketball?
Because
We're done. Because Pat Mahomes was at the game
Yeah.
with Kelsey and
Mahomes-
Xavier Worthy.
that is how.
I think it was Xavier.
Do we want to do, I mean, okay, so we did. Tim, who'd you pick again? The Mavs? You picked the Mavs, right?
Yeah, sure.
And how many?
I don't know. Hopefully
Doesn't
4.
matter. 4. Okay, Mavs sweep. There you go.
Mavs sweeping it away.
Actually,
P once just for those we haven't had the show in a couple weeks. is what Pete did a couple weeks ago declare after the Timberwolves had gone up 2-0 on the Nuggets that the Timberwolves would sweep the postseason. First team ever, just clean sweep it, not lose a game.
No documentation of that whatsoever. That is
Well-
your guys' words against mine.
There were
And
the two of us here who both heard you say it.
I would just need a playback on that, like a recording of some sorts of that to prove that it was me that said it, that I was of sober mind.
There's three of us here. Two of us agree that you said it because we were there when you said it. And all right, so all right, we'll just let the chat decide. Chat, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Chat.
Yeah.
If there's a chat going,
I'm sure there is.
leave a comment.
All right.
Go ahead and leave a comment
I'm
and
sure
tell me
there's
if you think I did it.
Thousands of people.
Because it doesn't matter what you think. There's no
Counting it
evidence
up.
of me 100%
It
saying that.
happened.
It totally did, but I don't see no evidence of it happening.
It totally did. You just said it. You just said it totally.
I did not. I did not say that.
So, all right.
Play back.
So anyway, sometimes we feel good when you win in the play. When your team wins a game, or when you see a team winning in the playoffs, and when they win convincingly and they do things like that, it just feels like they're unstoppable. And the T-Wolves felt unstoppable after going up 2-0 on the Nugs. You know, in Denver, like felt like
Since
it was
then, it's
inevitable. I don't know, man. We're gonna see.
I think they're 2-6 since that moment.
We're either gonna see Tatum or Luka really rise up their legacies here, right? Like really just let's see who's gonna become the superest of duperest superstars.
Yeah, I mean,
Tatum
you just
still
really,
needs
you really
an
just
MVP,
expect it to be.
but
God, you just expect it to be Tatum and Brown that finally take that step. You hope it is too for Horford.
hey, cheering for my guy. Cheering for my guy. Like to see him get one, you know, in his very long, career.
Yeah.
Great. He's had a great career.
Yes, he's had some very highs. Like I think
I can't believe there is still a guy playing from that Gators back-to-back championship from the.
But if it was any of them, you would expect it to be Horford, probably.
You would, yes, absolutely.
Based on the styles of play of
Like,
Corey Brewer and Joakim Noah,
yeah.
the reckless abandon that both of them played with
Well, and just
for a
Joe
large
Cooper
portion.
getting a little,
He got Thibodeau.
he had Thibodeau, and just got drilled into the fucking ground, man.
Yeah, dude, I just don't get how he keeps getting hired. But
You would, yes.
Based on the
anyways,
styles of-
we can move on from basketball, I guess, right? We got is what it is. Although, man, Kyrie, his this would raise his legacy up too, as well.
yeah,
He got a
to
ring
get one without Braun.
without
would be huge
Braun.
for him.
He did get one with Luka. He'd kind of be like a Robin to two different guys here, but still, what a Robin! What a sidekick!
Yeah, he's been monster.
Ultimate sidekick. That guy.
He's
and
really
he-
taken it to another level in these games.
He's really taken because he doesn't feel like necessarily him and Luka. He's been playing on the level of Luka.
Yeah, he's been like he doesn't feel like a Robin right now. He feels
He does-
more like a
he does.
Batman at times. Luke has been kind of struggling through some of these games and then hitting big shots. Like game 2, Luka didn't have like a huge game. This in the fourth quarter, he made I think like 2 buckets, and just one of them happened to be the game winner. You know, like he wasn't like fantastic in that quarter. He hit some free throws and stuff like that, but I mean, like he hit the big shot when it came forward to it.
He did get that. But Kyrie has just been.
Kyrie, and Kyrie's been kind of carrying him through
You
that.
see his veteran presence really coming through, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's been here before. He knows what
Look
it
at
takes,
that.
you know. But and I think, dude, you got to give it to Kyrie. I think he's hopefully kind of, he's had some off-field, like, he's been weird. And I hope he's turned that stuff around, too. I hope he's using this all to kind of,
He's at least not in the headlines for the wrong reasons.
wrong reasons anymore. He's not. And maybe he's
So-
learned. Maybe he's gotten wiser. I sure hope
There was
he has.
obviously something going on with that Brooklyn team. That Brooklyn team did not seem like it was functional.
No.
I mean, you're seeing it now. Like the Suns didn't do much with Kevin Durant
No.
so far. James Harden didn't do much with the 2 stops after Brooklyn. So, but it's also hard to peg either Brooklyn or Philadelphia on James Harden. Like, you're going from Philadelphia or from Brooklyn to Philadelphia. That's like going from trash to trash organization wise.
I don't necessarily. No, but hey, man, good for Kyrie. That's what I was trying to say, and I
Exactly.
hope he's gotten wiser in his years. I think he maybe has. Anyways,
He's quieter.
yes. Anyways, do we want to go on to a little bit of football?
Yeah.
With Caleb Williams, kind of struggling a little bit, and people want to talk about how he's struggling on 7-on-7s and OTAs. Like, is it that big of a deal?
No.
Was the tweet from ML Football?
No, it was from a lot
No,
of people,
that-
but the tweet was wrong.
There was a tweet that said he had 7 interceptions in a row, but that was a joke tweet.
Yeah, it was 7 interceptions, and he hadn't completed anything.
Yeah, that's not what.
That's
What
not
really
what it
happened
was.
was he had completed only 3 passes in 7-on-7 drills, and was nearly picked off a few times, and just he struggled. Like, it's like the first week of OTAs or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
Yeah.
guys. Come on.
We'll wait
Um,
until he's actually throwing interception after interception in the actual.
It's kind of a non-story. Yeah, I mean, just wait till he's. Yeah, let's see what he looks like in an actual game. I think
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's a nothing burger.
Some guys.
I think
also-
even if he goes out and looks like kind of like shit in the preseason, I don't think too much to worry about.
No, man.
Jamar Chase couldn't catch a ball, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, his first preseason.
Yeah, Jamar Chase didn't know how to
Oh.
catch, dropping everything thrown his way. They're saying the same things about when Worthy was out there, that he's the next Kadarius Toney.
Well.
Huh?
Oh no. Not worried about it. Not worried about it right now. Now, I mean, Xavier maybe needs to learn how to catch a little better. I'm not worried about it.
We'll see.
We will see.
The Bears look like they put Caleb in a position to succeed, other than coaching.
He's got, other than the
He's
coach.
got the fucking weapons, dude. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and now Roma Doomsday.
It's so baffling that they didn't get a new coach.
I don't get it.
Why the Bears look so like they revamped their offense, looks great, right? They got some weapons for Caleb. They even have an offensive lineman or two, but then their coach is a defensive guy who wasn't so good with their last young QB, and now you want to give him another QB.
How many quarterbacks are going to let this guy ruin? He's not Bill Belichick.
I don't get it. Like, what did you see in Eberflus? What makes you think that he's good? Like, he hasn't shown you anything that says he's. All right.
Your guess
Whatever,
is as
babe.
good as mine.
Ruin Caleb Williams, please.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, I don't get it.
it's gonna be so much fun to watch. And finally, like, the NFC got a quarterback that is really good.
Finally? Come on.
Well, okay, there's like fucking 3. There's like Hurts and
There's only one in the AFC,
Purdy.
Mahomes.
Dak. I mean,
Who?
come on. The AFC has all of the quarterbacks.
Who?
Everybody knows this.
Josh Allen, overrated.
Lamar,
Lamar is a running back.
Burrow.
That's everybody else says that. Burrow is
Burrow.
nothing without Jamar Chase and his weapons.
Come on, Herbert.
Hey. Herbert throws more interceptions for touchdowns in the fourth quarter than he does actual touchdowns to his team. So no, you're wrong. He's not better than the NFC's pile of quarterbacks. He's won 0 playoff games. He blew a 27-point playoff
Trevor
lead.
Lawrence.
Sucks. So I'm sitting here and I see a bunch of names on tape, but I see a lot of excuses like
Okay.
Josh Allen actually is the second best
Okay.
quarterback, maybe.
Okay.
Joe Burrow has
Stroud.
too many.
Proud.
CJ Stroud's too young. He might have just had one good year.
Okay. Look, I'm just saying.
Look at that. Look at that. I just shot them all down.
There's a pot. You know it. You know that the
There's
AFC.
Patrick Mahomes and then there's everybody else.
Well, that's
Okay.
true. That's
There's
obvious.
not any more competition in the AFC than there is in the NFC. The NFC has some good up and coming young quarterbacks. They have Jordan
Aaron
Love, who
Rodgers
looks good.
also on the AFC.
Washed up old man who's coming off a 40-year-old guy coming off a torn Achilles. Ooh, that's a good one there. That one has me so scared. Behind a shaky O-line.
Okay, but did you see the Jets last year? Like, he just has to be like decent. Doesn't have to be like good, just like decent.
There, what can go wrong will go wrong. That's my thought with the Jets. That's been their history in my life until they prove me wrong.
Yeah, I think that's what their fans are also thinking.
I really like the meme that's going around that says, you know, because they're opening, what, is it Thursday night? Or Monday night?
Monday night. We're in San
Thursday
Fran.
night, that's right. And it's just like, it says, Aaron Rodgers' other Achilles could do the funniest thing.
It really.
It would be so good.
I don't cheer for injury, but
I don't cheer for injury. I don't cheer for injury.
for injury.
All
But-
to say together, I don't cheer for injury. I don't cheer for injury.
Except for a little with Deshaun Watson, but
And Aaron Rodgers. I mean, just that's like a
Don't cheer for it.
mighty slight complete tear of his other
don't-
Achilles.
I don't cheer for it, but I would laugh at it.
Oh
So-
man.
I can make that distinction. Okay,
Anyway,
so Caleb Williams struggling to practice.
Yes, Caleb Williams. We are doing great at staying on topic.
we are.
Who
Who would have thought that Sneaky was the one that was actually holding us in place?
Do we want to... Okay, so we can move off of Caleb Williams because that's
Yeah.
really not an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As of right now, I don't believe it is.
People are gonna say it is.
Do we
and-
want to
and
skip Chiefs
the
till the
haters.
end?
Sure.
Okay, because I wanted to actually bring this up. I forgot to mention it to you, Sam. But MLB,
Okay.
so a little MLB news.
All right.
Did you see Acuna Jr. today?
No.
Tore his ACL. He's out for the season.
Oh no.
He tried to. He took a big lead off on, I think, from first, and then fake like he was going back as they were throwing the ball back, and he was going to take off for second, like catching them off guard, which it probably would have worked. But when he did the cut, tore his ACL.
Oh man.
And then I also wanted to bring up the Royals are only 2.5 games back out of first.
Hey. Well, we're like a game and a half back. I thought we
Nah,
lost
today.
today.
We're
but
down 2.5.
That's because we finally like ended an 8-game
8
winning
game
streak.
winning streak.
And dude, during that 8-game winning streak, there was 5 games straight in there where we scored 8 runs or more.
Yeah.
And then the next game, which was yesterday's, the last game of it, we scored 7.
Mhm.
We scored like 8 in a row and then 7. And like, anyways, insane. Our offense is doing insane. I'm trying not to get excited, but it's
Yeah.
been almost 2 months now, and it's hard not to get
And
excited.
there was that vintage Salvi moment hitting that perfect throw to second on a steal. Oh, it was. So
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, man. Yeah. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and end up paying to
I can't
get
watch
the
either.
streaming service.
I'm not doing
I know,
it.
I'm gonna
I
have to-
can't.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
have to
doing
pay for
it.
this
I don't like Bally. I didn't like
I
Bally
hate
when
it
we
too.
first got Bally.
I
And
hate
then-
it, but like I have to watch them. I don't know. I gotta do it.
I can't do it too
Especially
because
if
I'm
you're-
paying for cable. I'm not gonna.
I was like, I'm not gonna pay for it if they're, I'm not gonna pay if they're, but if they're making it worth it.
Bally just needs to either figure
my
something
first-
out or just let them go.
It's been my first year without like having the Royals, being able to watch the Royals in like my whole life. I think.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna pay it, but they're
Yeah,
doing
just-
well. I can't miss it.
Tuckered you in.
The batting is just so much fun, man.
It is.
Like
Bobby Witt's awesome. We actually spent money on a
Bobby
player.
was awesome. Yeah, like and it's paying off. They're just so much fun to watch, man. You know.
So I just
So
watched the
anyways.
highlights. Anyway, yeah, okay, now we can move off of that. So let's go to some golf news.
Yeah, it's been a strange week in golf. A
Yeah.
very man, we don't ever talk about golf, but how can we not talk about golf?
Yeah. Yeah.
So sad day today. We as guys who don't know anything about golf, obviously very sad. Grayson Murray passed away today, victim of suicide, and it's just it's horrible. You hate to see it. Obviously, apparently he was playing Friday at a tournament, right? Or at
Yeah.
and he bowed out after 16 holes and
Yep.
went home.
Went home.
So, and, yeah, I mean, man, yeah, that is very sad. He was only 30 years old, obviously struggling with some bad mental health issues. You got to feel for the guy.
He was only 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And players today were wearing red and black ribbons, honoring Grayson Murray. So it's the colors of the Hurricanes, which is his hometown team.
Oh, cool. Oh man, gotta be tough. You know, sure he's had a lot of guys who knew him out there. And they got to go play some golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
Scotty Scheffler.
yes, hard to switch
to follow
sides
it
here,
up,
but
but-
let's do it.
Switch gears.
Yeah. Scotty Scheffler, obviously the huge news in golf for the past week or so. Yeah, Scotty getting arrested because he we don't know exactly, but the video doesn't seem like much happened.
No, it seemed like,
No.
from what I heard, like they told him to go to another entrance.
First cop
so he
told
went-
him to go through.
To go, yeah,
Is
and then
to go through, and
Like-
then he pulled up to the second cop and was driving by him, and that cop obviously didn't know that he was just told to go through, and he's the big bad cop, you know.
yeah. In the video, and when you see some of the video of it, did you guys see all of it?
Yeah.
That they had not just him getting arrested, but like when
Yeah,
him driving
The
and
cop
getting
running
stopped,
and jump on the car or whatever.
and then so the video seems to look more like Scotty's story than the police
Yeah.
story of this guy getting dragged, is what we heard. That somehow the police, the officer attached himself to the vehicle. That was the wording that was first used. You're like attached himself to.
Yeah, he jumped on it.
Well, dude, just like jump
Yeah.
and hug the vehicle. First of all, it
Yeah,
sounds like
he
he did that
also-
and not. And then he got dragged so much so that his pants were ruined. Remember that was a fun.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I heard the,
None of that. Doesn't look like any of that should happen. It looks like
yeah.
that was just a lie.
He
But
also broke
maybe-
body camera rules.
none of the police officers had their cameras on, so
Isn't
it
this the
has been
same
fun
police
to-
force that Breonna
We're
Taylor?
seeing that what? I'm sorry.
Breonna Taylor.
Isn't this the same
Is
police
it
force
Breonna Taylor?
down in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, dude. I think I'm pretty sure it's the same police force.
Okay. I mean, it would make sense. Apparently, I saw this cop may have been suspended for it.
Yeah, he was suspended. So I don't know. It is crazy.
For what?
I don't
yeah,
remember
you know,
what
how
it
can-
was for.
How can you not have? How can none of them have their body cameras on? Right? Like,
Well,
what
even
fuck
the
are you
one.
doing?
Like as soon as he is trying
Well,
to
if there's,
stop
like-
him, you hit that button. It literally is a button on your chest. Boop, it's on.
It's like did you guys see the day of? Because Jeff Darlington, I want to say is who it was, the reporter for ESPN who covers golf,
Yeah.
was like there, like filming it. And you hear Scotty in the back be like, "Can somebody help me?"
Yeah.
Like he's talking to Darlington, and Darlington's like trying to go up and like explain the situation. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
what is
right.
going on here? And he's like, "Get out."
Dude. I mean, man, this is kind of the cops pissing off a high-profile, wealthy white guy.
Dude, they jumpsuited him. They jumpsuited his ass.
Ooh, yeah, they
orange
did.
jumpsuited
They
him, and then
did.
apparently they asked him, they like, "So do you want the whole treatment?" And he's like, "What?" They go, "Do you want a sandwich?"
I mean, dude, cops, your one people are the well-to-do white people.
Yeah, don't piss them off of it.
Not well-to-do ones either, but like, come on, you're pissing off the white men. Now you're arresting their favorite golfer. So
The number
bad
one
play.
golfer in the world too.
Bad play on the cop side. Like, you can't be turning them too. Now a bunch of white people are like, whoa, the cops! I can't believe what they would do that. And then it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the world. They just completely made this shit up. You're like,
They're gonna be flying American flags with a white line across it for golf.
no.
Green
Golf-
line. Green.
golf
It'll be green.
lives matter.
Green line.
Yeah.
For the
Green line.
I was thinking of the ball.
Yeah.
Green line makes more sense though.
All right. So.
GLM.
Dude, yeah, the video just looks like, yeah, Scotty is like, trying to go around, then he gets stopped by this cop suddenly. Like, this cop just
Yeah.
banging on his window, so he stops. And
What
then
the
he
fuck are you
just,
doing?
yeah, and then the cop's just like, get out of the car. And he's like, all right, what the fuck?
And the cars they're driving are like cars that are leased to them, so they're marked, saying that like
Mark,
this is.
yes.
Yeah, they
These are
were all
Yeah.
like it's marked all over. Like
Which is why, obviously, the first cop was like, go on ahead. And the second cop was like, what?
Mhm.
But yeah.
probably has a Punisher background on his phone.
More than likely.
That's the American flag, too. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean you don't do one without the other.
so,
Because
yeah.
you know the people that fly the Punisher symbol.
Don't even know what the Punisher stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the
Never
guys
had
at
Punisher.
Uvalde. The police
fucking
officers
idiot.
at Uvalde.
Woo.
Yeah.
Getting into some spicy territory here
Yeah,
now.
we're
All
getting
right.
spicy.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
What does the chat think? Chat? Chat?
Chat.
I'm hearing crickets.
Same here.
Not spicy. Not some spicy salsa happening in there. No.
It's just
Okay.
crickets.
All right.
Cricket noises. Let's head back to the NFL. Let's get off of this golf stuff. We know nothing about that sport. So,
Yeah. The lower you shoot, the better you do.
Pete, tell us about Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts.
Man, they be squatting. We got the tush push might not be a thing we have to do anymore. In the same way, if they change the rules on it, because Saquon can squat he can squat with the best of them.
Mm.
Him and Jalen out there both squatting over 600, and like there's a video of fucking Saquon squatting like 600, and Jalen's watching it behind him. He has the biggest smile on his face, just like thank God, it's not just me.
This is some prime off-season content.
Yeah.
Dude, what I'm liking is like I'm right now. Obviously, it doesn't always carry over, but you're seeing like videos. I'm seeing videos of the Eagles players having fun together right now.
Yeah.
Them being out there bowling as a team, and then on the Cowboys end, I'm seeing their best two players not showing up to OTAs.
Well,
Their best two players are holding out for contracts, while our whole team has been taken care of, and they're showing up and they're building relationships. You know.
What you mean to tell me is that the Eagles organization is run by competent human beings?
at least one.
Yeah. Yes. We have a general manager to prevent our owner from having to do any actual work.
And keeping the coach from getting too sloppy.
Yeah.
Let's hope the new coordinators of yours. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring you down. He was so happy with the squatting and the.
I am happy with all of
and
them.
then I have to. Then I brought up the coordinators. I'm sorry, man.
How many guys have got arrested from the Eagles this offseason?
Look, we're not on to that story yet.
Yeah. You know? But
So there's been like 3 arrests.
3 arrests, yeah. And then one guy that doesn't even feel bad for what he said.
Yeah. Okay. Are we going? Have you had your Eagles and the squatting and the squatting Eagles?
Squat, Eagles, squat.
Squatting, squat.
That is a good one. I like that. Squat, Eagle, squat.
We did. The Giants released the worst looking uniforms I've ever seen.
Oh my fucking god! And they weren't even a joke. Like
Yeah, these are the for our 100th season. We're going with these throwbacks that are from almost 100 years ago, and
And there are
actually
3 different uniforms put together.
of the uniform are from different years.
I think it's 1928 for the pants, 1938 for the jersey, and 1933 for the helmet or something. It's like, what?
Why are you mixing matching these? They all look terrible together, anyways.
They all look terrible separately. Like,
The helmet's the only thing that might be passable if you put it with something good.
it looks like the
Why are we
Michigan
wearing
Wolverine.
Why are you wearing gold pants?
It's
When
like
you-
the Michigan
when you-
Wolverine helmet.
When do you ever fucking wear gold? No, it looks like the Montreal fucking. It looks like a hockey jersey.
The jersey does. The helmet looks like a
Better.
freaking Michigan
Oh, it
Michigan
does.
helmet,
The
but red
design.
and blue.
The
Yeah,
design with the yes.
makes you look like the Buffalo Bills version of the Michigan Wolverines. What the fuck is wrong with them?
What do you? Come on.
They had to have been paid by the fucking like Pittsburgh Steelers and Green Bay Packers and Denver Broncos to make their throwbacks not the worst thing that the NFL's ever seen. Because this makes the Broncos and fucking Bumblebee Steelers.
things are terrible.
Bumblebee tuna.
There's some. Yeah, there's some
Packers
some of the
throwback that
old-
Tim owns a
the-
jersey of.
The Eagles. The Packers throwback isn't the worst one. The Eagles blue and yellow throwback isn't good either.
I know. I was really worried when I saw this one that the Eagles were going to roll out the blue and yellow one, and I would be very devastated.
That thing is
Hideous. It is.
Yeah, stick with the Kelly Green throwback.
Yeah, the
For
blue
sure.
one is horrendous.
It is.
But that's the
yeah,
type of uniforms Nike likes to bring back, so we might see it again.
Dude, yeah, the Bumblebee fucking Steelers are so awful.
You remember the brown and yellow Broncos?
Yeah, I don't know
Those are
why
fucking hideous.
you need to do when the Broncos have like a decent throwback, like those older ones from the '70s, like the Broncos. That's what
Yeah.
all their fans want that too. They're just like, just give us the old Broncos logo.
Yeah, the old Broncos logo is so much better than their new one.
Mhm.
Right. You just,
It's like the Eagles. The
Eagles.
Eagles old logo is better than our new one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very true. It is. You know?
Yeah.
The Chiefs just stick with their classic. The Chiefs are just like, we're never changing. We
Yeah.
don't need to. Steelers the same, Packers.
Dolphins are like, we made our dolphin look more friendly. I'm like, okay, you can't tell. The Dolphins' friendliness and
Right.
it's not something I noticed.
Who cares?
Yeah.
The Jets try to keep changing their logo.
Chargers too keep changing the color of that stupid fucking lightning bolt. Like it's gonna help them have a winning season.
Yeah.
Like
Chargers, you have a great uniform. Your powder blues are
powder blues are sick.
iconic. Like, just don't ever just wear those. You don't have to really stray. You don't have to do much else.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, bring back your creamsicle
Creamsicles.
orange.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Texans become the Oilers again.
yeah, man, the Oilers light blue ones were pretty good. That
Even though that'd be the Titans, I guess.
I
Titans.
don't know if I've ever seen a powder blue uniform I didn't like.
You're right. All the powder blues are sick.
You know, it's like it's good unicolor in
Yeah.
most sports. So
Agreed. I agreed.
my favorite Royals one.
God, I love a good powder blue.
Do it.
Love a good powder blue.
Good. Doesn't make sense with the Cardinals, actually. I don't know why you do that Cardinals, although sometimes it does kind of look good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was it, right? That's all that we had.
Chiefs. Chiefs.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Talk about that kicking son of a bitch.
We don't need to.
That
we can-
kicking son of a bitch.
It's been a couple weeks now. Aren't we all tired of talking about it? Like,
But he's the one who came out and was like, I'm not even sorry.
did he
He's
say
like, I would
anything?
say it again.
Ah, gee.
He's like, I've received so much hate that it's surprising. Really? You're shocked by the hate you received?
And he also
yeah,
said
I
he's
forgot-
getting a lot of praise for his, or well, the people that are giving him hate are also like, but we appreciate your religious freedoms. And I'm like, that wasn't. I mean, some of what he said was religious,
Doesn't
but the
sound-
big issue had nothing to do with religion.
I know. Yeah, I know. People are like, it's the religious. I'm like, that women need to stay in the kitchen? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
What? I don't get it. And I understand that he didn't say they have to or that they, but come on. That was a
Yeah.
very he's at a college graduation. I get it, a Catholic school graduation. I understand he's talking in front of like-minded people, but
51%.
you're obviously telling these women who are about to go on with their lives. I mean, all these students. You're not telling the men that they should be worried about being good husbands and fathers, but you are definitely emphasizing that towards the women for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, don't. It's a clear and very loud dog whistle if it's a dog whistle at all, like it, and not just a bullhorn.
And you're saying it to a group of people,
like
but
this.
half of them are women getting degrees.
I think they
to go
said
get jobs.
51% were women.
We're about to go off and
get a
create into their
Who spent
adult lives.
thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars
go.
into potentially went thousands of dollars into debt to go here.
You want to make sure that they're worried about, but not the men. Men don't need to be worried about the family.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure that their goal is to. I mean, no, I don't even want to say it like that, but I mean, like, he sits there and he talks about his wife like she's the pure example. I'm like, well, your wife is also married to a man who makes multiple millions of dollars each year
Yeah,
for his perception. Like, a lot of these women are not going to go out there and marry NFL players.
Let's not even get into the economic part of this, where most people can't afford to be one
Yes,
like income households.
the cost of living has taken those values away from people.
Mine can't. Hell no. We can't have. We own a house and 2 cars. We wouldn't be able to do that if just one of us had an income right now. Like,
Be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to live with this one income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not how the world works really that much anymore.
Yeah.
And if you can, and if that's what you want to do, that's fucking great. Like, nobody, there is not a single woman out there who doesn't know that that is an option for her. Like,
Yeah.
we're trying to let women know that they have other options too. Like, we're still not past it as much as we should be before we're like, oh, hey, remember, you can still be a mom. No, like, they know. They understand. Like, everybody knows that is an option. Nobody's mad. Nobody's like, and the framing around it of being like, anti-family is the worst shit ever. Like,
Yeah,
no, you can work and have a family and
yeah. You're supporting your family.
support. Yes.
That's a big part of having a family, is supporting them in any ways that they need it.
Yes. Yeah. In whatever way best for you, whatever way you want to do it, and you can.
Yeah,
that's having
whatever
a
way you
parent
can
or
do, yeah.
Married home parent, like,
Life is fucking hard, right? It is not easy.
Anyways, and you said a bunch in front of like a Catholic can't speak in front of other Catholics. Like, if a Klansman stood up and spoke in front of other Klansmen and then it was televised, I would say that guy's an asshole still. I don't care who
Yeah.
he's talking to. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you're staying in front of like-minded people. That just means those like-minded people are probably assholes too.
Guess what? I talk shit on Donald Trump rallies. Guess what that is? A group of like-minded individuals.
You're
I was
televising
against-
off in your-
I
in
was
your-
against the January 13th insurrection.
Like, give me a
group of
fucking
like-
and he does, and I don't think he needs to be kicked off the team. I understand that he has a freedom of speech. I have a freedom of, we all have a freedom of speech to also say, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Get
Freedom
fucked.
to say, I hope we don't re-sign him when he's a free agent.
I mean, and also maybe what I really hope is, because you'll never reach somebody by just telling them to get fucked like I did. What I really hope is maybe some of those guys on the team who would, I'm not mad at Travis or Pat or Andy for saying, like, he's still going to be on the team and have a job and, like,
Yeah.
and saying, I don't agree with everything he says, because I don't. And I don't think he should lose his job. I hope some of those guys talk to him, though. I hope some of those players maybe actually have a real talk with him and tell him why that shit is not, I'm sure it won't make a difference. They probably won't even have that talk with them because they know also probably not going to make much of a difference. And
Yeah,
just
I mean-
gonna, like, win ball games. You're not
Don't
gonna
get in
agree-
it.
You're not going to agree with everybody you work with, and there's some people you're going to be related with. Most of us are related to people who have said worse things, and we aren't kicking them out of Thanksgiving dinner. So
Yeah, you're right.
he's an asshole, but
I
he's
was like, did we kick him out? Yeah, you're right. We won't.
yeah. So I'm not here saying we need to kick him off the team, but I am here saying he's an asshole, and I hope that maybe one day he learns why he's very misguided in his.
I don't think he'll learn, especially with his jersey being the second highest selling
You're
Chiefs
probably right.
jersey,
It's
behind
not. That's
Travis
not how.
Kelce.
That's not how the world works, right?
So with
Mm.
that happening, he's going to say, "Oh, well, look, there's a lot of people that support my ideology," which unfortunately there is.
Unfortunately.
That's the yet again, it's like more so the effect that these words have on society that I hate.
We didn't cover the pride part where he attacked pride.
He attacked pride?
He was attacking the LGBTQ community, obviously, but he was attacking
Abortion.
Pride Month and that pride is a sin, as if he was then attacking the concept of pride itself.
Yeah.
You can't be prideful because that's a sin. They're having a whole month, but then being pride cometh before the fall. So you can't be. Does this extent? You can't be a proud gay person. So you also can't be a proud American. You also can't be a proud father or mother, right? Where does it stop? Like, Harrison, what can't? Are all of those sins? Are you a sinful person for being a proud American, proud father, mother? Like you're so worried about? Okay. Anyways, that's my rant.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
He's a fucking moron.
Sorry, it was dumb. It was dumb.
Yeah. So.
I mean, okay, so the big issue too is like most Kansas City fans already knew that he was kind of an idiot, and now it's national.
We found out during COVID what his beliefs were.
Yeah.
So
He can sure kick a football straight.
But he's great at kicking that ball when it matters and from very far away. Goddamn, he has nails from 50 plus.
He is.
It's kind of insane.
Now the thing is, you hope that this doesn't get into his psyche and he starts. Because I feel like the kickers are finicky fucking breeds.
Yeah.
Bad as the wrong thing can fuck up his psyche.
The
And
wrong thing can fuck up his psyche. I don't know, man.
are we gonna have a kicker that's gonna be a head case this year? Because of a
Yeah.
lot of outside noise, maybe there's gonna be some more booze at home games than what he's used to when he runs out on the field. Though obviously they're gonna celebrate him making the kicks.
I don't think you're gonna hear too many boos. Maybe introduce. They don't really introduce the special teams like that. They either.
I think you might see him whenever he goes out there at times.
You're gonna see, but they introduce the offense,
especially on road games. Like he's gonna be experiencing more booze, like at times when he wouldn't be used to it.
Maybe you might be right there, but we're also pretty used to getting booed a lot.
True.
But you're right. He's gonna probably see some more like very directed, moving comments straight towards him. And then some other great news: Rashee Rice did not punch the photographer or journalist or whoever.
That lawsuit has been dropped because there was no charge. He did not want any charges to be brought against Rashee.
We understand that the police are the ones who dropped the charge, but the guy requested that the charges be dropped.
The guy had said that he was not going to go for criminal charges against Rashee Rice. He did not want any damages covered by him.
That brings up the owner of the nightclub or bar or whatever said that he didn't see anything like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't seen the security camera footage, or we saw like a little, but it didn't look like anything like that happened, right?
Yeah.
But also, people love to speculate that some people got paid off as well, like the photographer and the bar owner.
I do not condone that type of behavior.
I do not.
But
I don't either. But Clark Hunt has more than enough money to.
Got to do what he got to do. And Ray Lewis did it.
Ray Lewis did what? I mean,
he did it, dog.
you're the one who told me many times that Ray Lewis did not do it.
I never said that. I would never say Ray Lewis didn't do it.
You have said there are some convincing stories and that he did not do it.
I don't think I said that.
I don't think I said that.
I don't know. I remember you going pretty hard that you didn't think Ray Lewis did those things. I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. There are some people, some things that make it seem like he may not have, but also some things that make it seem like he may have.
Yeah.
May have known more than, may have been involved.
Yeah.
Anyways, how do we get to Ray Lewis from here? Oh yeah, our players keep doing stupid shit. Okay. Yeah. Dude, this offseason, Jesus, get it
I know. Well, and then the dumbest one to me is like,
what was the last Chiefs game we all went to together?
The Ravens.
The Ravens.
The Ravens, 2018. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was on First Things First this week, and when they asked him, "What is, not including Super Bowls, what is the one play in your career that is your favorite?"
The fourth
right? That
down
just
to Tyreek Hill across the middle.
Fourth down to Tyreek Hill.
Nice.
That play in that game is the play he brought up.
That's awesome.
And I see it mentioned all. I mean, that is one of
that is a great play.
That was. I
and
remember.
we were there.
We were there for it.
So
Such a
good.
crazy
And now we're
play.
priced out of cheap games because they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah, that was the last
But-
game I went to.
I went to the Christmas game last year and it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. But Tim, that was also the turnaround for that season. You
It
can
was.
say you were there for what turned our team around.
And then
It
we
was
went
the
on to win
most
a Super Bowl.
painful thing.
So
It was the most painful thing you went through, but it was worth it because it led to a 2P.
Back to back.
Maybe. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't want to count no chickens before we hatch, but we have heard a lot of
It led to at least back-to-backs in a dynasty.
this off-season shit just really makes me question it, dude. It takes my confidence down a lot.
We've dealt with off-season bullshit every year.
I know, but this shit just keeps piling on, man.
Yeah, we did have a couple of guys arrested for possession of weed. LOL.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing going to Kansas with that shit, you idiot?
Why are you not? Why are you in Kansas if you want to smoke weed?
Yeah.
You're going to Missouri. Don't tell me you don't have any place you can go to in Missouri. You Chiefs players. You have plenty of options to go to in Missouri.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing?
You get busted for possession in Kansas? First of all, Kansas, what are you doing? You're surrounded by look at the states to each side of you
And south of you.
and how they're doing, with legalized marijuana, and just get with the fucking game already.
Yeah, for
But
real.
Also, at the same time, you guys are a mile and a half from the fucking border where it's legal. Why don't you just drive over to? I don't actually know how far they were from.
It was in Johnson County where they got.
yeah.
Right.
So.
They weren't far.
No, they weren't far at all. I mean,
You probably bought the weed in Missouri.
yeah, there's probably. I'm betting they were entering.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I get it. You live in Kansas, so you want to smoke there, but just maybe don't do it on the road or something. I don't know. You get a house.
Send somebody else out to get it for you.
Yeah. I mean, dude, and why are you smoking in a car? Were they in a car smoking fucking weed?
I don't know.
I get it. We did that shit a lot. We stopped that shit as soon as we got our own house, though. Our own place.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, once we had a place we could smoke weed in, that was the ideal location for smoking weed.
Yeah. But as
Now
soon
it's
as we
you
were-
get paranoid smoking it anywhere but your house. It feels like you're shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I
Like,
gotta
I
go
love
back
making
to my
loud,
house.
But I was not going to do it if I just had a house where I could just smoke weed and chill inside.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, so it's been the off season from hell so far.
It has. It's really
We have,
dampened.
we have
back-to-back.
we have back-to-back Lombardis to keep us warm.
We do.
So it's still all good in Chiefs Kingdom for the most part. We're just waiting for the season.
Yep.
Please hurry, get here. We want to see how good Xavier is. We want to see this Mahomes out there again, slinging that thing, being the man with the
Oh.
dad bod. Again, the
That
dad
dad-
bod Mahomes going around.
Dad bod
Mhm.
Mahomes.
Dad bod Mahomes doing work for all of us, with the dad bods, Anyways,
So outside of, I have a little question I just thought of. So we do a little a small off-season question of the week. Outside of the obvious Chiefs players, or for me, Saquon Barkley, what new player are you most excited to see on his new team?
No, you got to throw me on the spot, eh?
Yeah, not like Hollywood Brown, obviously.
Not rookie. Should we do like not rookie, not Chiefs?
Not rookie, not Chiefs. Yeah, like new player.
A player who is going to a different team.
Yeah, you're excited
and that
to
is
see.
a big acquisition maybe for that team. I mean,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't. I am very curious to see what happens here
Yeah, that one is a good one. That's
because I mean that's going to be a story all year with the backup behind, right? If he has some games where he doesn't play to a high level, those whispers will easily start. Those whispers will easily start.
yeah. He's got nothing but pressure added onto him
Right.
there in
So-
Atlanta.
Does Zeke back with the Cowboys even count? As like a new team.
Right. I
Is
mean,
he
there's like
really
obviously the
excited?
Russell Wilson, Justin Fields drama in Pittsburgh that I'm really excited to see how it unfolds throughout the season.
New QBs are always exciting.
Always
right?
exciting. Can one find his mojo? Can the other learn how to play football at an NFL caliber consistently?
Saquon is an exciting one, even for-
Saquon is, but I wanted to leave it out there because obviously,
But yeah, just because it's him going to a rival team that is supposed to be much better than the team he was just at.
obviously there's a lot of Tennessee made a lot of moves.
I was going to say Tennessee because they got.
Which reminds me, Derrick Henry with the Ravens.
Derrick Henry with the Ravens is a very exciting addition.
Yeah, I forgot about that one too.
Can the Ravens actually? Okay, this whole notion. I'm gonna get in my Chiefs fan shit again. All right, of the Ravens just like giving up on the run against us. When like I get it. They could have run a little bit more, but we were daring their asses to throw.
We were.
Like, you throw that. Do not try to run. We got that shit locked up right now. Please throw it.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And then now
They could.
I'm very worried of our ability to do that this coming year without Snead and McDuffie. Like,
But we'll see. I think that we draft cornerbacks very well. I mean, both those guys you said were in-house additions. Like, we brought those guys in on our own.
We got some other good.
We got some good ones. I think Williams is a good corner with length that can match the length that you're losing with L'Jarius Sneed, and he always seems to be hip-to-hip with guys.
Williams is good, and who?
Williams, Jalen Watkins, and then you got Nazir Johnson. Right, Nazir Johnson.
All right.
So we'll
that-
be okay.
Can you count Aaron Rodgers because he didn't really play last?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it, but
We were all excited to see it, but
Here's mine. You ready? This is gonna sound really weird. Gardner Minshew on the Raiders because he'll probably be starting by week 4.
yeah, I mean, I kind of think he comes out of.
You don't think Aiden O'Connell will hold that spot down?
I don't.
I don't know.
If they struggle, I think he gets benched.
I mean, I think that it's a possibility Gardner wins the job out of camp.
I've been
Yeah.
hearing that a lot too. That he's
Yeah.
impressed
I
a
mean,
lot.
I always
more.
enjoy watching Gardner Minshew. Always,
I mean,
always because he's just. I mean, he's got a great personality, right?
Yeah.
He's just fun. And he can be a lot of fun. He's very much the new. He seems like the next Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? The journeyman backup.
he
He can
does.
go in. He can win you some games. He can do it flashy too. Sometimes he can look really good, and then other times he can go in there and look not so great and lose you some games, and you just never know if he's got that magic in him that night or not. And yeah, I don't
Rather
know.
him be our backup than have freaking
Carson Wentz.
Carson.
Oh god, oh I forgot about that. Yeah, Carson Wentz is our backup. Oof. But
You just know we're gonna have a fucking disappointing year.
dude, it's fine. Look, here's the thing with Chiefs and backup. If our backups in, bad things have so many bad.
Sure.
Although, man, Henny did get us through some times. Henny got us through when we really needed. a couple times in the playoffs. But if it's more than one, if it's more than like half a game, that it's bad things happening.
Yeah. For real.
I don't know why Andy wanted Carson necessarily, because he seems too much of a wild card.
Yeah, maybe he thinks he can fix him. You've seen him
needs a
take
guy
on
that
projects
can
before.
work in a system, if nothing else.
But the only time we've really seen Carson succeed was in a system that Doug Peterson put together.
Which is very similar to Andy Reid.
Which, yeah, I mean, right after he got left the Chiefs. So theoretically, maybe Andy is sitting there thinking, okay, like, he does some, at his best, he does things well in this type of system where we run that West Coast offshoot.
Yeah.
Give him a little chances to boot.
All right.
Did anyone mention Josh Jacobs to the Packers?
That's a good one, too. I like that one. I liked that one. The moment I heard that one, I was like, that's a good fit.
Yeah.
And that's good for the pack, because it's not necessarily an upgrade from Aaron Jones, but it is because he's younger, right?
And healthier, yeah. Healthier back. I like the Packers, what they're doing.
Yeah.
Make smart moves, I think.
They're going to have a fun team to watch.
They are. Exciting. They're sticking with that wide receiver philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Us over him.
The NFC West will be a fun division, right? We'll see if the Seahawks can do anything.
Always, yeah.
The Rams look like they might. Maybe. We'll see if they can stay healthy. We'll see if...
New era in Seattle, too, at that.
New era. Yeah.
No Pete Carroll, that's exciting.
And the Cardinals have Marvin Harrison Jr., so who finally signed his NIL or his Fanatics to his whatever deal.
Like this deal?
Signed so he can be in Madden and sell jerseys and whatnot.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully,
all right.
it is not a distraction to him. None of this has been a distraction to him, I hope.
I hope.
Because the player is phenomenal at his best.
And I think maybe that's why he did, is because he's like, hey, like we haven't even hit training camp yet, and this is already like
my first year.
My first year, and we're already becoming a big story. So hopefully, maybe he's doing that so he can get on.
I hope, because he is so talented.
And maybe his dad had. I mean, I know his dad was helping him throughout the whole time, but at some point,
his dad's his agent.
Look, you gotta be like, look, man. You're gonna make a lot of money throughout your career. A lot. Like, let's just not do anything to like
jeopardize that.
Jeopardize or stumble that right at the beginning like this.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you're good enough, you can you can be making money long after your career's over. Like I'm sure Marvin Harrison still does.
Oh yeah.
So. Anyways, do we got anything that's been
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back and play Knights of the Old Republic on Switch.
Dude. I think we did it, boys.
All right.
So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, do it all. Or any of it.
Yeah. How are the comments, Tim? The comments? How are they looking? Or the chat? The chat?
Not one thing has been posted except for I put up a poll as to if the Mavs and Celtics make the finals, who wins, and it's at 0%.
Okay. All right. Good.
But I'm leaving it up so that way if
thanks, chat. All right. We will talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Maybe if we
I'm
decide
not gonna make any promises.
No promises.
We do whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You're just gonna have to.
We're a rogue channel. We're doing our own thing. Person that watches
deal
us.
with it, all you people in the chat.
Yeah.
So upset with us right now.
Oh,
okay.
We got one vote.
Hey.
It was Pete.
Was it you?
It was Pete.
It was me.
All right. Well,
Hey guys.
Later, guys.
Bye.